Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bearded Respect. I'm Bruce City Scott, and this is Jason. I couldn't hear you.
Hey guys.
There we got you. And we'll be right back after this intro video.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I bring to you, representing Bruce City and Jason, the Bearded Respect!
Hello, and welcome back to the Bearded Respect. And we would like to welcome our guest, Bryan from Beards and Banjos. And he was a great guy. We had a cancellation, so he was able to fill in for us. And that's why we moved the time to accommodate our guest. But next week, we plan to be back at the 9 p.m. Eastern time. Well, without further ado, let's bring him on in.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I love that intro. I felt like, I should come running onto the stage, and it's like the old school wrestling intros back from the 80s. I felt like I was going to be the Legion of Doom or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We just try and introduce our guest and make it feel kind of exciting. And Bearded RDU was good enough to make that introduction for us. So we went ahead and threw it in there.
He's not far from me. I'm actually in North Carolina. Yeah, we're only about an hour away from each other.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, we'll jump in. We'll say hello to the chat here a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course, we had E-Rock.
Thanks for showing up.
Yep. We got Ellie. Ellie's always here. All these great, supporters. They get around. Steven got to make it since we went early again.
That's right. You get a different crowd at different times, right? Spread it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steven's in Ireland, so when we switch to 9, he has to watch us on the replay. There's Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I'll put this one up, even though we already said hi to E-Rock. But yeah, no wonder it's at 7.
E-Rock's like me. We're both routine guys.
Yeah. There's Becky, Miss Bruce City.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
There we go. There it is. And let's see, a lot of people just chatting with each other. Oh, there's Philip A. Made it back again. Dagan. He's driving, so can't respond.
Yeah, he goes to those something master meeting. Trying to remember what the name is.
True North Beer
Hey,
Company.
True North.
Hey, True North.
Yeah, I just talked to him this week, and hopefully this fall sometime we will be having him on the Bearded Respect.
Oh, that's cool.
There's Russ. Maybe.
There he is.
There we go.
Hey, Russ.
Russ. And there's Matt. Maybe. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's computers. There it goes. Hey, Matt. Mark. Oh, there's another teacher.
Nice.
Hey, Ken.
Ken.
You're doing a lot of clicking over there, Jason. Oh, here's click, 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 click.
Well, I don't know what it is with this computer. Make sure I didn't miss anybody.
Saw Jay Cruz in here.
Okay. Yeah, I get down to the bottom of the chat, and then
More pops up.
and then yeah, I know there's more, and then all of a sudden it pops up. I'm not used to this lag and this slowdown. But there's Kevin from the Beard Shack.
Here he is. Hey, Jay Cruz. Glad to have you.
There's Jay. And okay.
You made it.
I think we got through.
And Zeb.
Maybe 7 o'clock's a good time.
Just jumped. There's Zeb. Hey, Zeb. All right, now we're current. Okay.
Okay, here's something I want to share. Just recently, Beard Shack released a new scent, Summer Camp, which is a pretty great scent. They sent me a bottle with my last order, and it's just about gone. And
What's
it's
the profile on that new summer scent?
it's grapefruit, mint, and Palo Santo.
Oh, I think I might like that. Depends on how strong that Palo Santo is,
Yeah.
but I definitely love a grapefruit and I love mint. Sounds nice.
Yeah, it is. It's real nice. And when they were on the show, they had the code respect for so many users from our show to use. And according to Beard Shack, there's 9 uses left. So you use the code respect. I believe it was 30% off.
Awesome.
Yeah, correct us if we're wrong there, Kevin, but on that percent.
If you place an order and you want to pick up something else, try that black amber scent. Oh man, that is so good.
Yeah, that's one I've been waiting to try. I just picked up a bunch. Okay, we'll go here. We'll go here quick since it's asked. So True North was asking where everybody is from.
I'm from the smack dab middle of North Carolina.
Oh, Beard Shack says 30% off is correct.
There you
And
go.
that's a pretty good savings.
Yeah.
So I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And Jason, sorry for interrupting.
That's all right. I'm from southwestern PA, on the Pittsburgh side of the state, not the Philadelphia side.
So you close to whiskey and hardtack? Where are they from?
They're from the Philadelphia side.
Landenberg or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that.
that's like 4 hours away from me.
Gotcha.
You know, people. I mean, we know Texas is a huge state,
Mhm.
But me and Holly have even discussed this. People don't realize how long, Pennsylvania is from one end to the other.
Yeah. North
And,
Carolina is the same way. It's about 8 or 9 hours all the way across it.
yeah. But let me jump in here a little bit. And I forgot to say hi to Seth. Bearded RDU was in here. But
Hey, Seth. Great to have you.
he rocks
Michael
from
P's in here.
Frederick, Maryland. Beard Shack there in Texas.
I mean,
Mark Brown.
how many beer
Right,
companies are in
Western
Texas? Everything's in Texas.
There's a lot in Texas.
Yeah. Holiday, Florida. Philip's in California. That's why he said good afternoon. Stephen there. Oh, you're actually in Dublin.
In Dublin.
Okay.
Wow.
I went to Dublin
Yeah.
in 2018. I'd love to go back.
Yeah.
Went to the Guinness plant.
I've always wanted to
my
go.
wife. Yeah, my wife wants to go to Ireland sometime. And we got Longmont, Colorado for Ellie. Okay, true north's from Boston with strong roots in Maine. Maine is a nice state. We were there one time. Actually, it was in the southern part of Maine. It's funny. We went one summer. My wife asked me where I wanted to go. She always asks where I want to go. And for me, a vacation is finding a cabin in the woods and just relaxing, So anyway, I told her, I said, I want to go to Maine. So we wound up going into Maine, but we stayed at the south part of Maine. And we went to a beach. I forget the name of the beach. I'd have to look it up again, but you would never think of Maine as going there for a beach. But this was a
I
really
always
nice.
felt like it was rocky.
Well, this particular one, like I said, we were in southern Maine, but it was nice. It was nice. But yeah, Maine's a nice state. So Seth's in Raleigh, originally from Cleveland. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What are you about?
I just clicked on to highlight a chat, and then okay, there we go.
You're never going to catch up. The chat's going a lot faster than you are.
I know. Matt's from Pittsburgh. Michael P made it in. Hey, Michael P. He's in Indiana. Oh. Dagan's in Texas. And I think I'm
Right
caught
on,
up.
Mark.
Toastmasters, that's what it is. Dagan has Toastmasters meetings on Thursdays normally.
Oh, yeah. And Russ has a
asked me when
question.
school gets out. Russ, you see this smile on my face? School got out a week ago for me. Last Thursday wasn't my last day, so I've just finished up year 24 of teaching high school math.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that question myself.
So I'm all fall of June and July.
My youngest daughter, well, she'll be 16 June 23rd, so that's coming up.
Wow.
But her last day of school was Tuesday this week, so she's done for the year.
Yeah, we have one still in school yet. We go a little later up here.
Yeah.
But I think we start later too.
No. Mark's, you're going to leave the great state of New York. You're waiting for the 13-year graduate. Texas or Tennessee, that's two pretty different. Yeah, it's two pretty distant locations there.
Yeah, my vote would be for Texas. I miss living in Texas.
I'd vote Tennessee, but I don't have a vote. I don't have a say so in it.
I'd like to have two houses. I want somewhere that's cool in the summertime and warm in the wintertime. That's what So I don't know. Maybe that's Alaska and Texas. I don't know.
Or just stay in your house and have good air conditioning and heat. That's what everybody else does.
Yeah. Beard Wiley.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in like the 60s for the weekend. We just finally got warm.
Yeah, we had a thunderstorm roll in last night, and it's been rainy all day today, but it was earlier this week. Well, even on Memorial Day, it was like 88 degrees here. And I don't like that type of weather. That's too warm for me. But so yeah, let's I guess we kind of missed on, but everybody pretty much knows you. But we always ask our guests to, tell us a little bit about themselves and introduce yourself. But
well, you know my name. You know I'm from North Carolina. You know I just finished year 24 of teaching.
Yep.
So we're getting there. Yeah. So whatever hobby I get into kind of turns into a passion of mine, and sometimes that lasts for years and years, and sometimes I switch on to other stuff. But the past 4 or 5 years, 5 years. Let's see. I grew my beard in the end of 2017 for No Shave November. I think I just turned 40 or 41. So that was like my midlife crisis, was to grow a beard. In the big scheme of things, it's not too bad of a midlife crisis to go through. So changed my appearance, I guess, at that point. And I was already making YouTube videos because I just was learning to play the banjo and posting videos of my playing the banjo, which turned into me teaching banjo lessons on YouTube. And then I got into the beard care stuff and started making videos in around April of 2018. And I was putting them on my music channel, because I had a channel, I still do, but still that I posted most of my music stuff on. And by the end of 2018, I realized, or 2018, I realized that there was two different audiences. So that's why I created the Beards and Banjos YouTube channel and started posting videos on that. I've got over 500 videos about beard care and all of that cool stuff. And I'm getting close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 1,900. I got 1,898 right now. But once we hit 2,000, I'm going to be giving a beardscape away, Brio Beardscape trimmer. So hopefully I need to hit that this month, or before the end of the summer. I'm hoping we can do that. But if you haven't checked out and subscribed, make sure you do that and check out the video for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So you can make sure to be entered. All you really need to do is be subscribed and comment on that video. Hopefully I've helped a lot of guys out over the years, giving them some good advice on products to try, my take on things, and just, being creative and beard shaping and beard trimming. And it's not just beard product reviews. I always envisioned it being half beard product reviews and half like tips and tricks and styling and, that kind of thing. And I do pretty good with it. Sometimes I get backed up on reviews and have to end up putting up more reviews than I do some of the other stuff, but always have my creative juices flowing, trying to give you a lot of good content. We just finished up a beard supplement series. I like experimenting. So we experimented with beard supplements for 3 months, and now I get to plan out a nice beard trim. That'll be coming up next.
Your videos are always very informational, and I know I've taken a bunch of information from them. A lot of your recent ones have had some new grooming products, like one that almost did straightener and hair dryer in one. And
yeah, I really like that last one that I did, the Revlon 2-in-1.
Mm-hmm.
That works really well. I'm going to keep that one and use it. I'll probably use that quicker than I would a hair dryer. If my beard wet and just kind of go through and dry it with that and straighten it at the same time. Not have to use it takes one step out of the process. You don't have to hold two things.
Yeah, definitely. And if that helps someone make a decision on buying something that's going to help them, that's well worth it.
Yeah, what you see is 100% my thoughts and opinions on it. That's for sure. As Donald was saying, thank you, Donald. I appreciate that. Oh, he likes my karaoke stream, so I do that just because when lockdown started, when the pandemic started, I couldn't get out and perform because I'm in a bluegrass gospel group, and we would perform about once a week, and we weren't getting out any. We perform like once in a year, so it's like, let me play around with this because I like learning the technology stuff too. So that's one I can go around and do crazy stuff and learn how to use a karaoke app and to kind of create my own scenes through Ecamm and learn that particular process. I enjoyed the technology part of that. Plus I got to perform and people got to see me a little bit more than what they do in a beer video. I don't have the biggest personality. So, I really do have fun when I perform some of those songs for people. So I enjoy it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching those.
Yeah, I've missed the last couple.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
If you like it and enjoy it, you can get some entertainment out of it. Great. If you don't, I don't take any offense to it. But it lets me show my personality more, and I enjoy it. My dad enjoys it. He always watches them.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll go back and watch them later on too.
Kevin,
I use Ecamm, which is it's kind of like StreamYard, except this is a whole like studio kind of idea. You get to create your scenes and all of that kind of stuff, but it's only for Mac only. So if you use Windows, you could use something like vMix or OBS. It's kind of similar to those.
So are the falling dollars? That was Ecamm?
Yeah, so I'm actually running a virtual microphone and virtual camera. So I've got my Ecamm up and I'm using the input going into StreamYard. So, I could do do I have the DJ one? Where's the air horn? I have to find it. We can make it snow if you want. If you're feeling extra hot, make it snow.
That's cool.
It allows you to do a lot of stuff. I like learning the technology and being creative with some of that. It's fun. You have to be careful because, you can go down the rabbit hole of trying to learn a bunch of stuff. And then it kind of keeps you from creating your own content. So you kind of have to balance that.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. And some of it can be a lot to learn. I've learned.
Yeah. And how much value does it really add? So you have to kind of weigh that.
Right.
Yeah.
Beard Check says he's thinking about switching over to Mac, but hasn't dropped the money yet.
I love those new Macs, the M1 silicone Macs are great.
Hey, Donald.
Donald and Vato.
Yeah. If anybody ever has any questions about any of the technology side or creator stuff, I'll be glad to help. Or have any questions about beard stuff, just let me know. Be here, or you can contact me on Instagram or put a comment in the video. We'll get to you somehow.
Yeah, and I love how your stripe always comes in.
Yeah,
it's almost like it's painted on or something.
I've had people ask how I did that. Like, how did you dye it? It's all natural. It's almost 46 years here of hard living. Actually, if you could actually be here and see me in person and look at it, I'm getting a lot more in here, but this is more the salt and pepper, where this came in a patch about the size of a quarter that's just solid white. That just turned that way about, I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that. It started, you could start to see the white.
Yeah, mine just took off. It's like I have here it is. It's like I have a dark stripe right there, you know, and the rest is white. Of course, up here is still darker, but yeah, it's funny, you know. Kind of speaking of that, when you did your series on that beard dye,
Mhm.
trying to get rid of that white, you know, seeing what would cover that up. I always thought if I would want to dye my beard, I'd be looking for this gray color so I could dye the rest of it so it would be all one color, but it wouldn't be trying to make me look younger. It'd be trying to make the rest match most of it, you know.
Yeah. You watch if you follow Beard Brand Alliance, Rick Brzezinski, he did the same thing. His beard's kind of like yours with the coloring. It's almost all white, but he has some dark stripes. He went and got it all completely whited out.
Hmm.
And thank you for that, Donald. Yeah, Donald talks about my big sales streams that I do. I did one at March was the last one. I did a big March Madness thing. I had like 20 companies. Every 5 minutes, I would announce a new deal. I thought about doing one this summer, and then I started thinking, well, it's like, well, there's already sales already for Memorial Day, and then just a couple weeks
Mhm.
later, there's Father's Day. So I'm thinking about doing one towards the end of July before I go back to school because it takes a lot of work to organize it. Like the
Mhm.
last week of July, and just have like the dog days of summer kind of back, you know,
Yeah.
people get rid of their summer clearance ideas, get rid of their summer scents, get ready for fall. So I'm thinking about doing that. Let me know in the chat if you think that would be a good time to do it. I know there's already 4th of July, but this would be like the last week in May, maybe, or July, excuse me.
Yeah.
Kevin wants to know what's the
carrier
best
blend that
blend.
works for me. That's a good question. I'm not really tied to certain carriers. Like I'll read the list out, and sometimes I can notice a particular thing, but a good carrier blend's a good carrier blend. I don't really care what's in it. It's somebody who asked me the same things. Like, do you like thick oils, thin oils, medium oils? I like all of them. Whatever works. I can just tell you if it works for my beard or not. I will tell you that I am a big fan. Just about every emu blend that I have, I really like. That it just seems to feel like my skin. You know, it seems to be more of a natural feeling. I really like those.
Yeah, they make my beard real soft.
Yeah.
Any like a emu or some ostrich.
I haven't done the collagen gummies. 2 months ago, I tried a month of Beard Octane collagen. Those were capsules. You can go back and check that out. I kind of also go over what collagen is supposed to be helpful for. I did enjoy it using it. Now, I was using collagen along with biotin at the same time, so it's hard to tell what was what. But we were talking back beforehand there, Jason. You were saying that you noticed the collagen actually helping your joints a little bit, you thought.
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking before the show started that I've been on taking Copper John's collagen gummies for 3 months now. I'm on the third bottle, and yeah, I mean, I still wake up with, you know, you wake up with your normal, you know, aches and pains, but my knees, I've noticed a big difference in my knees because every once in a while I used to get a little bit of a knee issue, you know, from being on a concrete for 9 hours a day. And, but yeah, like I said, knock on wood, my knees have been doing great. So, I mean, granted, they're still 52-year-old knees, but, you know.
Getting ready to say, if you just have only just a little bit of trouble with your knees, you're doing really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got all kinds of problems with my knees, so I started taking it. Slowly, it seems to be getting better. So I don't know if it's that or if it's something else.
Yeah, you never know what to attribute it to, right? Because it might be a placebo effect. You never know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you kind of just take your best guess and use your like, I think this is working. I think this is working.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with August is I go back to school like August 1st. And then August is back to school time, and I'm just like full on school mode. And it takes about 40 hours worth of work behind the scenes to get ready for one of those things. So if I can do it like at the very end of July, last week in July is what I'm thinking. I was going to do one in June, but it ended up being, I thought there was already enough times for sales already, but I thought maybe we could do some of that end of the summer clearance kind of stuff might help the companies out and help you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be a good time for that.
You're right.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you like that. That's a good, sophisticated kind of scent, that gentleman from Cruster's Creations. And you just have to figure, and I know I've talked and corresponded with E-Rock enough that I know kind of the scents that he likes. But you guys
Yeah.
probably know, you find a certain reviewer that you just kind of your scent preference is kind of aligned. And it might be me, it might be Ben, it might be, Jake or whoever. You just kind of figure out, okay, I got some recommendations or some other scents that this person has recommended that they like, and I like it too. So you kind of vibe on that. I like the amber kind of scents, those nice smooth scents. Not tons of fruit. I don't like tons of fruit. Some guys do. They just like all. They like the blueberry and the blackberry and the strawberry and all the citruses.
Yeah, well, the first bearded Mac that I bought from a recommendation of you.
Which one was it?
It was Honorable Mac.
Oh man, that's a good one. How did that one turn out for you?
I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And that was the first time, because that was just this. Well, that must have been late fall, early winter, I think, when I got it, because he was having his whipped butters were available too. So that was the first time I got a whipped butter, and yeah, that's different. Real fluffy and airy. But yeah, no, I really enjoy that scent. The description of it, the judge with the wooden floors and the leather shoes, and yeah, it's nice.
That's one I've been wanting to try.
Oh, it's good. It would probably be a top 5 all-time scent for me.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard good things.
All right, so DeSanto asked, should I always use a conditioner after a stripping wash? I would say try it without it one time just to see. I would say I would lean towards yes. If it's a really stripping wash, to probably get it conditioned. But you can try it with putting some oil in, like immediately coming out of the shower, and just see which one. See if you can notice the difference. If you can notice the difference. I'm not huge on stripping washes or conditioners. I like using really gentle daily kind of washes myself. That seems to work best for me than stripping out your beard and then having to put more stuff back in it immediately. But some people like the stripping, getting all of the butters and the waxes and stuff out, or whatever your job might happen to be, whatever you're doing where you need to strip it out.
Yeah, I try and strip it once a week, if that. And I tend to put oil and butter in before bedtime after my shower, so
yeah,
I normally don't use conditioner.
Yeah, I have yet to use any conditioner, and right now I have LCW, and then I have Holly's Puck, the solid beard wash bar, and I use them every day, and then once, maybe twice a week, I'll use a stripping bar. But I'm in the fabrication business. I get grinding dust, dirt, sweat, so I think I need it.
Yeah, I would say that metal dust, you have to be careful on like how you wash it, right? Because I could see if you're not careful on how you wash that to start with, if you don't try to get some of that out to start with, you may like scrape your hair follicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I wanted to go ahead here and say hi to John.
yeah.
And then I wanted to announce that Beard Shack, who's a neighbors to John, has sponsored a giveaway. So
All right.
if we want to go ahead and do that, he's going to give away a combo of summer camp, which is grapefruit, mint, and Palo Santo.
Nice.
So if you put in hashtag summer camp, we will run that here.
What guy?
There we go. See, they start coming in.
Yeah, and that's been a favorite of mine since I've tried it. So it's not a little while ago we did a show where we were talking about Miami Beard Company's Blue Collar Boys, which has grapefruit in it, which is a little more, at first it hits you in your face and then mellows, the grapefruit mellows out. Well, this one's more of a mellow grapefruit with the mint behind, and it's just a real nice scent.
Nice. I really enjoy grapefruit scents. There's a couple more that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I've been finding that out myself. I mean, I'm not a huge citrus fan, but grapefruit, it's a different citrus. It's not an orange.
It absolutely does.
So it's different, and I do enjoy it.
I like orange and grapefruit better than the lemon lime stuff. Especially the lime's really strong, natural smelling. It's just too much for me.
Yeah. The grapefruit's been nice, and I haven't been the biggest citrus fan. Maybe just because it doesn't stick around very long in a lot of the oils, but the grapefruit, I seem to really like that. So I love that summer camp had it.
I've found when I first, I haven't even been in the beer community a year yet. And the first few things I got were kind of fruity scents. And then I started getting some tobacco, leather, some darker scents. So now I'm finding I'm liking the darker things better. The tobacco and the leather and oud, and I'm falling in that line. Fruity stuff, not so much.
See, I tend to I like the tobaccos and I like the darker stuff. And then if I like stuff that's got just a little hint of sweetness and richness, but I want that to come from like amber. I don't want it to come from like food stuff or citrus.
Yeah.
As much. You really need to try that black amber from a Beard Shack. It's really nice.
There's a lot out there.
If you like Honorable Mac and some of the stuff you were saying, it's not super dark, but it's just rich. It's a little bit sweet.
I've been hearing good things about it.
I don't want to go smell it. You find it. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I want to smell it.
And
otherwise, I know Brian likes that sweetness, and one of the companies he normally does reviews with and has done streams for is Iowa Beard Company, and they have more of that. You'll have like a dark, rich scent, and then it has a sweetness in the background, which is real nice. Four different ouds. That's a lot of oud.
Citrus scents matter. That's your opinion, Vato.
Yeah, Jason, you got to try this one. Black amber.
Okay. I will.
Yeah, definitely like it.
Donald has a suggestion for you.
Habana. The one from Anointed AK that I really enjoyed was called, boy, I don't even remember what it's called now. Something Suave, something or another. And it was a tobacco scent like that. Really good.
Nice.
Cesara Suave, something like that. I couldn't pronounce.
Hey,
Looks like Gary might have
Hey, Gary.
snuck in. So, is there anybody else who wants to get in this giveaway? Oh, we're probably pretty close to how many people we have in. So, I think we're going to go ahead and.
Dan B made it in. He just
Hey, Dan.
got in just in time.
Oh, Nick H.
Hey, Nick. Yeah, they both entered the giveaway before they said hey. So
What's important? They saw that hashtag summer camp up on the screen and they went for it. I don't. I remember those days.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a hashtag thing.
I don't know. I think that's better than the numbers.
Well, I agree. It's just a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's way more fair. And there's, I mean, you still get disappointed if you don't win, but if you had the right number and you're first on your screen and you don't win, then that's really disappointing.
Yes, it is. And Nick
Good
H
time.
says he swears he's not here because of the giveaway.
we know, Nick. We know.
So I believe nobody else is sneaking in. So I'll
Yeah,
go and
looks
draw
like-
this giveaway here.
Roll it. Good luck, everybody.
Hey, Gary. There you go, Gary.
Congratulations.
Yeah, watching Karate Kid, listening to you. All right. So he'll just reach out to Kevin, right, Scott?
Yeah. Yeah, probably on IG. Oh, snaps. What I win? You won their new seasonal summer camp. A combo, and it is grapefruit, mint, and Palo Santo. Just a real nice scent. Conversation by me going on in the chat.
Yeah, he said reach out on IG.
Yeah, that seems to be the easiest. Oh, he says pass it to Russ Young.
Yep.
Yay, Russ.
All right, Russ. So Russ, reach out to Kevin on IG. Of course, he probably already has your address anyway, I'm sure.
Yeah. If not, I have it.
All right, Russ, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Russ. So Nick H wants to know what's going on this weekend.
I'm planning on doing a nice beard trim now that my 3 months of beard supplements is over. My wife keeps asking me, when you gonna trim your beard? When you gonna trim your beard? Your beard's getting bushy. Trim your beard.
I don't know. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks
I
good.
did
It's
too. I
not really
decided I
bushy.
went back and looked at a lot of my pictures and a lot of my videos I've made over the past 3 months, and I really liked it about a month ago. So we're just basically going to just kind of tighten up everything, defuzz myself,
Yeah.
just get high definition. We're going to put it in high definition, but not a lot off. I mean, any karaoke this weekend? I'm not sure. I haven't thought that far ahead. Then I might do some. So be on the lookout. I'll let you guys know. Post on
So,
Instagram.
so is that going to be a Beardscape use?
Oh, of course. I always use the Beardscape.
Yeah, they're nice. I keep telling Jason, you need to enter his giveaway.
Yeah, I need to get in there. That'll probably be my next video. Okay, so now Russ wants to know.
Does your wife keep asking you that? Like, when are you trimming your beard, Jason? When your beard's looking bushy?
No, she doesn't. But she says I need it, but she doesn't ask when I'm doing it. But yeah, she thinks I need to do the scuba trim. She wants me to. I said no, no, it's not bushy. It just needs trimmed up. It's not. I don't need the scuba trim.
It's pretty wide, Jason.
Yeah, I know.
Your face is here. Your face is here. Your beard's out here.
Well, what's funny is when I'm like in the morning when I'm blow drying it, or even before I come up here tonight, I wet it and I did my nightly butter and I had it brushed. I brushed it all down and it looked nice and slim. But then as soon as I sit down and look at myself in this camera, it looks like it's poofed out. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to get the professionals to do it. Yes, I am going to a barber. I have an appointment on June 12th. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
A year you've done?
Yeah, it was a year in April. So
yeah.
It's been.
What I've noticed a lot of guys after growing out for a whole year is they just do like a minor trim cleanup, just kind of shape it all up, and they'll kind of wear that a while, and they'll kind of figure out where they want to go back and put in. A lot of guys, if they don't go for like the totally long look, they'll go somewhere between the 4-month to 6-month kind of idea, about what I've got, a little bit longer usually. That's what I noticed a lot of guys do. But yeah, you get that.
I mean,
You'll see when you get that nice trim, it'll grow really fast after that, after you trim it up that one time.
That's what I've thought about too. Being a year and not doing any trim, which my eyes are bad. I can't see a split end, but I'm sure I have split ends. But
I had a lot.
I'm guessing.
Mine out.
Yeah, I'm guessing. You got to trim it up. They say the same thing with a haircut. You trim it up and it'll be healthier and grow better.
Yeah, I mean, I could trim mine every three weeks, and still, if I'm just trimming the very edge, just kind of keeping the shape, it's still going to get longer. That's the way I ended up growing mine out the first time, and I had it out down here, trimming it every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, kind of like what your video suggested, your last video on do-it-yourself or barber, when you mentioned, if you want a full trim by a barber, but then in between those trims, you might do a little cleaning up yourself. I may do that, just to do a little maintaining, but yeah, because I've actually let
I'll probably do a different video on that coming up over the next month or so. Just to shows like what can you do in between your barber trims, and it'll be basically just working in here. And if you've got hair, you can just kind of trim around your ears a little bit, and then you could, just the shape of it you could do if you wanted without taking any length off. For me, my back it gets too boxy for me. I like it a little bit more round, and it tends to grow down here, and it becomes more of an angle. So I like round it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But you have a lot of good videos on it. So if any of you are looking to do your own beard trim, definitely check out Bryan's videos.
Yeah, and I'll be glad to help you. I've done Instagram calls with people and walked them through it, and doesn't matter to me. I love helping, so that's what I'm here for.
Well, on your videos, you make it look real easy.
Yeah, I'm
Just do it. But I planned it out, and I've watched a Blue Million barbershop video, so I feel pretty comfortable with doing it.
Well, yeah, but when I see
Streams
you just
before.
swing and start trimming, I'm like, wow, how's he do that? If I did that, I'd probably take off a corner of my beard. I got to go in real slow.
Yeah, you just gotta.
yeah.
The more you practice, the better you'll be. Yeah, Russ, you're
Yeah,
great, Russ. He had some nice, good, some healthy maintenance trims to get rid of his transparency and just to reshape a little bit.
Yeah.
Take off tons of length.
Matt, you're a braver man than I, because I'm afraid my wife would just, zzz, I don't know if she would trim it very well. She'd probably be afraid to do it. She probably would say, no, I'm not touching that thing. So
Well, it has been getting pretty
Yeah.
big. You could almost pass for Santa.
oh, I
Pick up a lot of
get that.
cash.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot. And
You work-
I'm sure I'll get it. I'm sure I'll get it more closer we get to Christmas too. Yeah,
Well-
yeah, True North. I'm the same. I have, even over the year, I have been trimming my mustache, but it's still it's long here. But I've never pulled it out to see what it was. I've never separated my mustache and my beard yet, to see how if I
mustache
could pull off a
is
Dagan or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't handle that real long stuff. Like I
No.
had it about this long one time, and that was too much for me. But I think it's pretty wide this way. I've had it where it covers up both lips when my lips are together. It's pretty close now.
Yeah, if it starts covering my lip, that's when Becky starts complaining. And then
I like
the one
the
guy
better than the shorter look, because I'll go back and look at videos, pictures of myself. It's like I kind of like the shorter beard, but then the short mustache is like it's just not the same. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
losing my power when I trim this thing off.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hey,
I would
Garrett.
agree.
You want, if it's one of your best features, you want to, accentuate it. Just like my white stripe and my mustache. That's what everybody knows me.
And I don't know who it was saying that someone, he trims his mustache himself when he's eating it.
Good night, Kevin. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for
Yeah.
sponsoring a giveaway.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. And that giveaway was Pastavato,
Yeah,
Congrats. Otto.
yeah.
who I know will enjoy that grapefruit scent since he loves citrus.
Yeah, okay. I'm caught back up. Yeah, there was a lot of talk in the chat. I was going to bring it up. Everybody was talking back and forth. But
So how do you come up with all these trimming videos? You come up with these different trimming products like the Revlon one you just had recently. It seems like you come up with a lot of ideas video wise.
I've never had any trouble being creative with it. I just never have. It's just like, okay, it's just something will pop in my head, and I do have like a list where I'll just kind of come up with ideas occasionally. And it's not like I stick to it. Most times something will pop in my head, and I'll just go make a video about it. And it seems to turn out pretty well. And then I'll have kind of longer term things, like a 3-month series here. I did the, dye my beard. I wanted to try that so I could experience that and share that with you guys as well. I don't know. I just never had any trouble coming up with content. You mix
Well,
that by the time you mix that in with the reviews that I do, it just keeps on going. I've got enough. I could probably put out a video a day for the next 3 months without any trouble.
wow. And there's so many new products just keep coming out. It's even hard to just keep up with everything that's been coming out lately.
Yeah, you can't keep up with everything.
Now, is that, I mean, since you have that many ideas, in your brain there, locked away, ready to go, is that, I mean, we haven't had a grumpy old men video in a while.
Yeah, we
Is
got
that-
to where it was getting hard for everybody to schedule stuff. We've got plenty of ideas for things to do, but now you get into summertime and people are on vacations and all that. We didn't want it to feel like it was a chore. We wanted it to be something we
Yeah.
wanted to look forward to, not trying to aggravate, become further down the list. And it seemed to be one where it was like it was more of a task than it was something really fun. So I'm sure it'll happen again pretty soon.
Yeah, it is getting to be that time of year where, like you said, vacations, outside work, home projects, you want to do outside. So, yeah, that can be tough.
So I don't know if I've missed the story on Garrett's baby. I'm not sure. But looks like they're in the NICU. So they're grabbing some dinner and going back at 8. So hoping and praying he comes home this week. Well, we hope and pray for you, buddy.
Yeah, Garrett, I was going to comment to you. Now, if I remember right, your baby was like 7 pounds and a few ounces and 20 inches long, somewhere in that ballpark, if I remember right, which was bigger than my grandson. I mean, he was exactly 7 pounds and exactly 19 inches. However, he was only a week early. Yours was real early. And is that why he had to be in a NICU? That's what I'm curious about. Because like I said, he was actually bigger than my grandson, but if I remember right, he was way earlier. Premature. So, because yeah, he should have been, that's a pretty good sized baby there.
Yes, it is.
Vato says his boy was 11 pounds
That's a bowling
and
ball.
almost 22 long.
Wow.
Wow, your poor wife. Yeah, 7 pounds. So not too far from 8 pounds. So he was, that's a good size. Good, healthy size. I'm just guessing that since he was premature, some of his, a month early. Okay. Yeah, I think they told my daughter that, if you go that, well, I've heard the lungs are like the last things to fully develop. So,
Yeah.
But okay, well, yeah, I hope he comes home soon too, Garrett. We all do. Hope everything's going good. But,
Yeah, definitely.
so, yeah.
So, Brian, you did a video a while back on small batch companies, and is it the end of them?
Yeah, it's one of those things that just crossed my mind when I saw, look at your Instagram feed and see, you saw several
Yeah.
different these kind of closing up shop, and people starting to cut back on buying extra stuff because food and gas was cost so much. So it was just an honest conversation that was popped in my brain. So I had great response, lots of great comments from audience members, and also for a lot of companies weighed in on, they're apprehensive too, but they're going to try to hold on to what's going on and hold the line, if you will.
Yeah, I've seen a lot that were companies that are falling off, but I also see more that are starting up.
Yeah.
And now is probably the hardest time to start a business, especially a beard care business.
Yeah. It probably depends on what your expectations are, what you're doing it for. If it's just for fun, if it's just something to do on the side and not your main source of income, now wouldn't necessarily be a bad time to try out stuff and experiment and
Right.
get some feedback and grow. Right, no matter when you start, you got to make sure that you've got time to grow. Like if you got explosive growth right out of the gate, then I think it's a little bit harder to keep up with, right? You don't get you kind of learn the hard way, right? As far as that goes, too much too fast. So, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, and if you're not ready, I don't think you should just rush it out there just to get your name out there. Just do it when you're ready.
Yeah, you're 100% right there, Gary. Economy is slow right now.
Yeah, I think people are just cutting back on the extras, which relative beard products might be the extras.
Yeah, I think what we'll see is that some will kind of just hold the line and not be necessarily super active. And then hopefully in the fall, things will at least stabilize. And, people always buy more in the fall season anyway, fall and holidays and all of that. So.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
You're probably not late. We had moved this show back to our old time to accommodate our guest.
It's my fault. I don't do after 9 o'clock if I can help it.
Yeah,
that's fine. It actually turned out pretty well for us. So
yeah, seemed to be a lot of folks in here real active.
Yeah. It seems to have been, our audience seems to have been growing, especially recently. Gas or beard oil.
Well, if your car will run off ethanol, maybe it'll run off beard oil too. Somebody to figure out how to do that. There you go, Gary. Figure out how to make your car run off beard oil. We'll be in good shape.
I don't know. That might get more expensive.
Yeah, because that's.
Well, somebody will be making some money.
And Cedric. Hey, Cedric made it.
Howdy.
Glad to see you. And guys, we will be back to our 9 p.m. Eastern next week. Just move back to the old time for this week.
Yeah.
I am not a nighttime guy.
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, well, I'll be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So
no, I don't get up that early.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay doing a 9 o'clock show because it's only one night a week. So, but yeah, I'm usually I like to go to bed no later than 10. I'm up about 5:30 in the morning myself. I got to look pretty, I got to get all prettied up and ready to go for the day.
All did it up.
Yeah.
Love it.
So you can sweat it out.
Yeah. Yep. So I can go up there and get all stinky and sweaty. But I have to shower in the morning because I'm a hot sleeper too. And if I don't shower in the morning, I don't feel woke up. I don't feel refreshed, you know. So yeah, I always shower in the morning as well. But I miss. No, I thought I missed something.
Yeah, I did too. True
What'd you
North. I think you got the wrong
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Dan C was in here.
Oh,
left
was
a
he?
comment. Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed it.
I missed it then.
Oh, yeah. He is. There you go.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Oh, he was.
Oh,
So he's cleaning out his shelves at school. Like, oh man.
yeah, sorry, Dan. I missed you. I thought
Yeah,
I
I
was
saw-
doing pretty good keeping up.
I saw him post all those nice notes from his students.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a whole drawer full of those. I forgot what I called the folder. It's got all that stuff in it. A feel good folder or something. I don't remember what I called it. When things go down, you run through those and pull them out and read them.
Yeah, and that may be hard. One of the hardest things from him moving to do content full time, all those saying goodbye for like the last time.
Yeah, it definitely hits
Yeah.
different nowadays. Yeah, Gary, I got
Yeah.
out last Thursday was my last day, so I've been out a week. I'm off all of June and July. So.
Well, that's pretty nice. To at least have the summer off.
Yeah, I don't get a paycheck
Yeah.
for 2 months, but you know.
Yeah, I've just moved a 4-hour work week for the summer, and we'll see how much longer. We're just not seeing much work come in.
What do you do?
I'm a cost estimator for a big machine shop. We do a lot of electrical closures for server locations for Facebook and Apple.
Hmm.
But with the whole economy going down, a lot of our work went down as well.
Yeah, I thought that's what he said too, Gary. He means a 4-day work week.
Yeah, 4
4
10-hour
10.
days.
Oh. I thought you meant 4 hours a day.
Well, that's probably about as much as I'm working because we don't have much. Wednesday, I sat there and waited for something to come in all day.
I hate waiting around with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Long
it
day.
makes the time. Yeah, I'd rather be busy. Next thing you know, it's lunchtime. Get back to work
Yeah.
doing something busy. Day's over. You know, you got to keep busy.
But
But then
fall,
again-
we'll probably be busy.
Yeah, but then again, when you're busy like that and the day's over, you're like, man, another day done. The time just flies so fast, especially the older you get.
Yeah, just like these live streams seem to fly by.
Yeah.
So, is there anybody out there who has any more questions for Bryan?
Yeah, I'm ready. You don't have any kind of speed round. You don't do any of that stuff, right?
What's that?
You don't do a speed round or anything like that where you try to stump me
Oh
like
no.
Mike does and Ken does.
Normally.
Would you rather do this or do this?
Sometimes we have some of those questions, but not often. A lot of times it's just basically getting to know our guest, and we've only had you on once or everybody else on once.
How many
Wow.
instruments
Never
do I
else had a
play?
question.
I started when I was 6th grade, I played the trumpet for a year and got like best new band student. And then next year they were trying to have the band was during my math class, and I couldn't do that. So my parents pulled me out of the band at school. So there went that. So then in high school, I picked up the guitar. Just I can strum chords on it. I can't do tons and tons on the guitar. And then after I got married, I started playing bass in church. And a few years after that, started playing mandolin. Once again, I'm not very good on it. I can just try to chop chords. And then about 10 years ago, I started playing the banjo and really kind of fell in love with it. And I'm definitely the most proficient at the banjo than anything else. Ever how many instruments that was, that's what I play.
Well,
I don't know. I think I
let
lost
me ask.
count.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. When it comes to banjo, I mean, a standard banjo is 4 strings, correct?
Well, that's a tenor banjo's got 4 strings, and then there are 5-string banjos, which you hear in bluegrass mostly. So depends.
Okay.
I don't know. I would say probably 5 strings is more common than 4 strings.
Okay.
I
Okay.
play
Well,
5 strings.
okay. Let's go to your bass then. Bass.
Okay.
I mean, I know you can get more than 4 strings in a bass as well, but bass
Yeah, I play a
is
5-string
normally
bass.
4. Yeah.
But
So,
normally
well,
4.
let me ask you this. The least amount of strings, is it easier to play? So,
Not necessarily. Depends on
okay.
what you're doing with it, right? Because you think about some lead guitar playing, you're only playing 1 string at a time, right? You're playing 1 note at a time.
Yeah.
I think, now bass is probably the easiest one, in that you're just playing 1 note at a time, right? It's boom, 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 that kind of thing. But once again, there's some really awesome bass players out there, and they can do a lot more with it than that. I think it's what you need in order to be adequate to kind of accompany yourself or to accompany somebody else. Bass would probably be the easiest. And then like strumming rhythm on a guitar, you got to contort your fingers around. But once you learn to make those chord shapes, it's pretty simple.
I was never musically inclined. I mean, I like music, but when I was in elementary school, I think 4th or 5th grade, I tried playing the saxophone. It didn't work out for me. I'm just not, I have 3 brothers, so there's 4 boys. 3 of us played football, we wrestled, played baseball. The oldest one, he was musically inclined. He was in the plays at school. He was in the band and chorus and stuff. But he played trombone. He could play piano. He could play guitar. And I remember he had a 12-string guitar. So that's why I asked. I'm betting that 12-string would be way harder than playing a normal, even 6-string guitar.
Well, it's kind of like a mandolin. The strings are just doubled. So you play it like a regular 6-string guitar, right? It just hits double the amount of strings. So it's probably a little bit harder in that way. But on the 12-string, you're only playing like rhythm. You never like pick out singular notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I always wanted to play the piano too. Jay Cruz said. I actually took piano lessons when I was really young, like 4, 5, 6 years old, for a couple of years, and it never did take with me. I think I realized later on it's because I'm left-handed, and all the melody was on the right hand. And I think if I went back now and could play around with it some more, I could get better at it. But I play all my instruments backwards. I play them all. I don't play them backwards. I play them right-handed, even though I'm a lefty. It made it like double hard, but I figured it out. One of those things you can tell when I get focused and like obsessed on something, I figure it out. Whether it's YouTube, banjos, or whatever the case may be. So I stay pretty committed, right? 24 years of teaching math. That's a good question. Most of the time you'll find luthiers, which is the repair people. If you'll find somebody who works on like acoustic guitars, most of the time they'll work on other instruments. In North Carolina, that's where you've got a lot of bluegrass, so they'll work on a variety of bluegrass instruments. And it kind of depends on what you need to do into your instrument. I've got a really good luthier, which is up about an hour and a half from me up in Mount Airy, North Carolina. I take all my stuff to him. if it's major. If it's something minor, I like kind of tinkering around with stuff myself.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I always thought I'd like to learn to play guitar, but I think those days might be past me now. Plus, I have
My dad always says the same thing. I wish I could play. Well, he never learned. He never tried. He never tried.
Yeah.
Just stood around. Man, I wish I could do something. Well, it's not going to happen unless you actually do it.
I did try. I did try once when I was in. I lived in Connecticut right out of high school for about 3 years, and the girl I moved up there with, her mom and boyfriend were there, and he could play a little guitar, and I was trying to get him to show me some things, but my issue is I'm right-handed. So if I'm playing a guitar, I'd be hitting the chords with my left hand. Well, my left hand is actually smaller than my right by birth. So see,
Oh yeah.
so I have a hard time getting all the way around the neck.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even
So
know that.
yeah.
Now, the banjo, the
don't-
neck's really narrow on the banjo.
Yeah. That's why I always liked the bass too, because I thought, well, there's only 4 strings. Maybe I could reach those,
Yeah.
you know.
You could. You're only hitting one at a time, so you don't stretch your fingers like that to play the bass. You just, kind of.
It's interesting.
Well, there was another artist, Jeff Healey. Have you ever heard of Jeff Healey?
I don't think so.
He was a guitarist. He had a band. He's actually passed, but he was blind. Oh, did you ever see the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze?
Maybe, but it's been 30 years since I've seen it.
Yeah.
40 years.
Well, when Patrick Swayze was when he came to that bar to be the bouncer, there was a band that was sat in the cage. Well, the guy playing guitar was blind, and he played it almost like it was a regular guitar, but he played it almost like a steel guitar. He played it on it.
I've seen a lot
played it in
of
his
blind people play that way.
Yeah, so I kind of thought about that too, if I could, but I don't. I'm just not musically gifted, so I think I'm going to give up on that career path.
Well, I definitely didn't do it for a career path. It's just a hobby.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have asked me, they thought I taught music because I play all the instruments and stuff. What was that?
Phone call.
Oh,
Nothing
That's
important.
wow, they're coming to get us.
No. Oh, that's funny. So, no, J. Lou, the aliens aren't coming. Cedric thought he was being abducted.
I kind of thought the same thing.
True North said, always heard that piano is the hardest instrument to play.
Yeah, I always heard it's the violin because there's no fret, and you have to get that bow going.
Yes, Russ, I probably have some of those sounds on the soundboard. I'm still trying to get used to even using it.
What kind of soundboard you got?
I use a voice mod.
Okay.
Having a PC, I can actually do that with a bunch of...
Nice of you guys to drop by.
Just got a lot of different stuff.
You need that alien thing on there.
Yeah. Well, we've got the. I'm sure everyone's heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, really, Russ? Russ's blind mother played the violin.
I bet you didn't need much sheet music, though.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. I mean, when you're blind, I guess you're playing all by sound. So,
Yeah. I've met a few people who can just play by ear, but never met anyone who played and was blind.
yeah.
And I would think the violin is probably one of the tougher instruments to learn, to be good at.
Yeah. I tried playing one time. It sounded like two cats in a hailstorm.
Yeah, that's probably how it would sound if I played. Oh.
Well, they had if I remember right, I think on like the PBS channels, like when Bob Ross was on in that time frame, I think they had a lady did violin lessons like that on PBS.
I don't remember that.
Hmm.
I remember watching Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that I remember.
what was the cook, the Cajun cook?
Hmm.
Justin Wilson. I remember him being.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of fishing ones up here, and
Was the Inn Fisherman? That's one of the guys from Minnesota, I think.
yeah, try and remember the guy's name. There's a guy from Wisconsin they always had on. Probably remember it after the show is done.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I sure love having Google because I can go back and find stuff where it used to just bug me till the middle of the night. You wake up and think about it.
Yeah.
In your brain.
So other than like beard care and your YouTube with your tech side of things and your music, do you have any other hobbies? You know
That's enough.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, what do you do in your free time? But I guess that's kind of you don't have free time.
That's about it. That takes care of about everything. When you're not making content, you're thinking about it and, watching stuff, trying to learn things.
Yeah, trying to learn how to do new things or make your show better.
Yeah.
I go
through spells with
cameras
that. I go through and I learn some stuff and do some upgrading and then when I get that kind of good enough, I kind of leave it for a while and then I'll come back to it and maybe I'll tweak something here and there. But I try not to be changing stuff all the time because you can spend all your time tinkering instead of actually doing. I learned that when I learned to play the banjo because I'll be on banjo forums. And guys would all be worried about changing bridges and what strings to use and what picks to use. And they change this and they change that. And they want the best one of these and the best one of that. Best thing to do is just to play the darn thing and learn how to play it. So it's kind of the same way with YouTube content. You can go down the rabbit hole of trying to get this soundboard right and make this graphic and do this, that, and the other when you need to worry about polishing your content, making that part as good as you can and not spending all your time with the bells and whistles, even though the bells and whistles are nice and you do need to spend some time on it. You kind of have to find the right balance.
All right.
Do I have a go-to beard company? Ooh, that's tough. There's so many that I've worked with and that I've reviewed and I use. I kind of go through spells with it, but I would say I use Iowa more than anybody. they've got just a good hybrid butter, and I like the scents. But it could be Beard and Mac. I've been using their new blended oil. I've been using that at night for a long time. I'm about to finish my bottle on that. Yeah, it just kind of depends. I test a lot of stuff too, so sometimes I don't get to have my go-to stuff. I kind of forget the stuff I like, and by the time I get time to go back and use it, I've forgotten what I actually wanted to go back and use.
Yeah, and when you're talking to so many companies, you start working on that company.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're testing them or for a review for me, or I do a lot of testing behind the scenes too, helping the companies out with blends and scents and shower products and all that. Yeah, I love damn Yankee stuff as well. Russ said, yeah.
Yeah, I know Russ is a big damn
You
fan.
in every video description, I have my list of affiliates, and pretty much I love all of those companies. If not, I wouldn't be an affiliate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's, and it's a lot of work. And I just recently looked at your affiliate list, and it's pretty long.
It is, and I go back and forth. It's like, do I stop taking on affiliates? And you kind of have to think about it as if it's a company that I really enjoyed and had a good experience with the owner and with the products that I used, and they really worked for me, and I like the scent. Why not add it to the affiliate list? And people watch my video if they want to buy from it because of the video. That's great. It can help out, me. It can help out the person who used the code. It can help out the company. I have to be one not to just promote on Instagram because companies have sales all the time. So I have to kind of balance that. So it's different than like being an ambassador. It's like if you only have 2 or 3, you can almost be like an ambassador and just on a daily, weekly basis promote all those companies. That's just not the way I've got it up right now for me. And if I find that it's too much and I need to pull back, I will. We've seen some other guys do that, but I'm okay if somebody doesn't use my code, for the company. I feel bad for the company, but it's there for me. I try not to push it too much. Yeah, Jason is a star. Look at that dude.
Hi, Tyson. I'm glad you could stop in. You're funny.
And we will be talking to Tyson next week.
Hey.
Yeah.
Make sure you ask him 18 million questions like he asked when he has you on there.
Yeah.
Would you rather do this or do that? I don't know. Thank you, Tyson. I appreciate that. I try to be easy to get along with and try to be helpful for everybody, all the companies I work with.
I know I enjoy your videos. And it's not just yours, but there's a lot of people I've been slacking on my videos. Sometimes I take a weekend and try to get caught up and
and I probably go through the spells and I put out too many. I probably should only be putting out like 2 a week, but sometimes when I'm trying to get caught up with the reviews, I just put them out when I can. I don't have a set schedule. I'm trying to kind of experiment around with when to release them so that YouTube catches on. I think right now it seems to be like between 2 and 4 p.m. in the afternoon seems to be a good time for me to release them.
I know your durations, your times.
I try not to waste anybody's time. I really do. Because I like wasting when I'm watching a video. I don't like to sit there through 2 minutes of we're going to get right into this, and it's like 3 minutes later, and they haven't gotten into anything yet. So I've tried to not spend a whole lot of time about talking about subscribing. I kind of throw up the graphic and that kind of stuff, but.
Yes, like I said, your duration on your videos are just about perfect. Not too long, and they get to the point. Yep. Yeah.
And I don't know if you notice when I do like company reviews, I try to It's whatever jumps out at me. The company, yeah, I do like, go through prices and carryovers and that kind of stuff. But the stuff I really highlight, I try to find something good to highlight about every company. For some companies, it's here, let me show you the website, and it looks really cool. And and some of them is artwork. Some of them is, hey, I really enjoy these scents. Some of them is the carrier oil. Some of them is the wash. Some of them is the butter. I try to find something to really highlight, to show off for every company. It's whatever hits me when I do a review. It's not the same exact thing every time.
Yeah, and that's great. It gives your viewers a variety, and maybe something they didn't look at the company. Because a lot of people, they either concentrate on like the scent or the carrier that they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good to have some new information.
I always appreciate, your honesty, because, and the thing is, and I've said this before, reviewers, you're maybe not always going to agree with a reviewer, and you're not going to have the same tastes as a reviewer, but they give you the information, and that's what you're looking for. When you come on and talk about this scent, and this one wasn't in my wheelhouse, but you it may be in yours. You may like it, and these couple were good for you, and those couple weren't, but you tell us. But and like I said, and I tell people, I said, I like this scent, but I don't know if you will, but it's a good scent to me, and the feel in beard is good, and to me that's what matters most of the time.
You'll hear me say on just about every one of them that something wasn't my cup of tea as far as scents go, but I try to be as fair and honest as I can. Without
and then and even if it. Yeah, and even if it is a scent profile that's in your wheelhouse, but it's too strong for you, that's too powerful.
The last 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. So.
But you at least put out the information. A person can learn basically what your scent profile is, and maybe base what they're looking for by maybe you don't like what they like, and they can just use that to go off of.
Yeah, and sometimes it's I like watching watch a video to actually see, because you can have two different scents from or two scents from a different company, two different companies that's got pretty much the same kind of profile, but they'll smell totally different. Like
Right.
it'll say this, have patchouli and amber and whatever, and you don't really get the patchouli. Some people don't like patchouli, and then some of it like, this was too much patchouli for me. So you kind of figure out who you like and who you don't. But I always try to say what I get the most out of when I smell that scent. If it changes, how it changes through the day, and what different profiles you get off of it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think
thanks.
What are you talking
about?
I think
Tyson's trying to be funny.
Tobacco with scents. I like all that stuff you just said. I like citrus and cologne and musky and tobacco. I'm not big on lime on the citrus. The rest of it I like.
Yeah.
Tyson knows that. He'd be Mr. Head over there.
Well, guys, we've been at this hour and a half. I think we're going to call it a night.
Bedtime.
Yep.
So y'all get off early. You get to go to bed early, Jason.
Yeah.
This week.
Yep. This week I'll be good to go.
I was glad I got to come on here, guys.
Yeah, it was great to have you. Thanks for coming on. I know you were
Yeah,
definitely on
Bryan.
our list for someone to have on.
And
if anybody has,
yeah,
please do that and check out that 2,000 subscriber giveaway we're going to be doing. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, we'll see how fast we can get there with that. But if you guys have ever any questions from me about anything beard related or content creation, technology stuff, I'll be glad to give you any insight that I have. Or any questions about beards, beard trimming, beard styles that might look good on you, I'll be glad to do that as well.
And you can catch up with him on the YouTube link below. That's where you can find his channel, or you can always catch up with him on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram and on all my videos, I've got my list of affiliates down below and on the description. So if you have questions about any of those, let me know. I'll be glad to help.
Yes, most definitely. And so with that, me and Jason are going to sign off for the night. And we
thanks
will
for
see
coming
you
out,
next
guys.
week
We really appreciate it.
at
See you guys.
9 p.m. Eastern.
With Tyson next week.